I'm super excited about today's sponsor. They've sponsored the podcast before, and this is a topic I'm super passionate about. I fear that us as girls struggle with PMS far more than we should, and we really shouldn't. I truly get the worst PMS symptoms. My boobs are sensitive, my face breaks out, my sugar controllings are out of whack. I feel like I'm just a bottomless pit. My mood is not the vibe, and Estro Control has been super helpful in helping manage those PMS symptoms and making that time of the month a lot more enjoyable. Estro Control is a formula developed by Happy Mammoth, a supplement company dedicated to making women's lives easier. Say no more. Estro Control contains science-backed herbal extracts that help support hormonal health, especially if you are someone like myself who struggles with PMS. It was created to help women feel like themselves all month long and to not struggle with the feelings PMS can cause. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Alana at checkout. That's happymammoth.com and use the code Alana for 15% off today.
Celebrity voice impersonation not an endorsement.
Why go to a single furniture store when you can go to Big Sandy Superstore? Shop and compare America's top 5 mattress brands, plus Nectar and Purple. And choose from over 22,000 in-stock appliances from the top brands at the guaranteed lowest price. Or furnish the room of your dreams with a large selection of American-built furniture. With financing plans for just about anyone, there's nowhere else quite like it. Big Sandy Superstore.
This is the smell of a warm 3-day-old egg salad sandwich in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag with new Fabuloso lemon scent.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Smell the difference? When life gives you stinky, get Hefty Ultra Strong with new Fabuloso lemon scent. It smells like clean, freshly picked lemons. So no matter what's inside your trash, you can stop the stink and smell the lemon.
Hello, good morning, angels, and welcome back to Morning Ray. I'm your host, Lan or Alana, and this episode, wow, I cannot believe it's my birthday already. I feel like this year went by so quickly, and it feels like I just moved out for the first time. I moved out August 1st, 2021, and when I'm recording this, it's August 3rd. 2022. So it's been a full year around the sun, and I just can't believe what this past year has brought me. I'm so grateful for everything, all the growth that I have had, and all the amazing people I have gotten to meet. And it's just been an incredible year. And I just turned 23 when you're listening to this on Saturday. My birthday's August 6th. I'm a Leo, as you probably already know from all the times I've had guests on the podcast. But let's get into today's episode. I'm really excited for it. We're going to be doing 23 things I learned by 23. I thought it would be perfect and appropriate for this week's episode. So let's get into our weekly intention. My weekly intention is nonetheless to drink more water, because this past weekend I got so dehydrated after going out, and I just haven't recovered. And today at the office, I was literally chugging water, but I just need to be more consistent with drinking enough water because I feel so much better. Last week I was doing it and I felt so good. My digestion was great. My skin cleared up. I felt energized. I just felt really good. I felt less puffy, you know that feeling. So my weekly intention is to drink more water, especially because I've been doing hot Pilates, which is in an infrared room. It can dehydrate you. So I really want to make sure that I'm drinking enough water. And the tip of the week to drink more water is to have a straw in your cup, or get a bottle with a straw lid on it and have that on deck with you at all times. I know a lot of people are like, don't drink out of a straw, it's going to make you bloated, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it's the only way I can do it, because I don't know, if I just have a cup, a wide mouth cup, a normal cup, or a bottle that doesn't have a straw, I'm less likely to drink enough of it. So I highly recommend getting on the straw train, it really works. On to my current faves. I finally got my hands on the Birkenstock Bostons in taupe, and they're the suede ones, and I absolutely love them. I got them from HBX, which is kind of like an Essence vibe, and I absolutely love them. I've been wearing them pretty much every day. They're so comfortable, and I've been wearing them with cutie like little crew socks. I either wear my Amazon ones, or I'll wear my TNA ones, or I just have like miscellaneous like Aloe and Permission and different brands. But I really like them. And then I also really like Brandy Melville tank tops. I was on Queen Street a few weeks ago and walked past the Brandy there, and there's always a line outside. I literally don't know why there's always a line, but there's always a line, but there wasn't. So I decided to go in, and I got myself some little white basic camis, and I absolutely love them. They're just so comfortable and affordable. They were $20. I'm assuming it was like 16 US, but 20 Canadian. And I just really like them. They're perfect to put on with sweats or with like baggy, longer denim shorts, you know, my like vintage Levi's that I'm always wearing, or my looser black denim shorts from Zara. Really love those. Also, I guess that is a current fave. I love like the mid-rise, baggy, mid-thigh denim jeans, specifically like my vintage Levi's. They're comfy. I don't feel like my ass is coming out of them. I don't feel like it's going up like in like the private area. It's just comfortable all around, and highly recommend them. Like check out your like local thrift stores, and I don't know, or even like go to Zara. Like I really like the ones that I have from there. And another current fave, this is my second last one, is my Tatcha Deep Cleansing Face Cleanser. It's like the one with the little, like, they're not beads, but it's like little exfoliating things. And I found that this has really helped clear my skin on top of using the La Roche-Posay Effaclar cleanser. It's like their cleanser for acne prone skin. Those two together have really helped. I found using the La Roche-Posay one initially for about a month really helped. And then going in with the Tatcha one, which was like exfoliating, really helped with my skin's texture and really helped to start to alleviate all the scarring that I have on my chin. I've also been using that in combination with, during the daytime, I've been using the Drunk Elephant Vitamin C Serum. I personally really like it. I know there's a lot of controversy around vitamin C serums and if they're actually active and whatnot, but I really like the Drunk Elephant one. And I feel like it's been working. My skin's been pretty clear, knock on wood. And we're going to pray that it stays till Saturday for my birthday, because I hope I have clear skin for my birthday. But really like the Tatcha Deep Cleansing Face Cleanser. I did get gifted this at the Tatcha event, but I searched up how much it costs, and it's 59 Canadian. It's not the most affordable, but I also thought it was going to be like $80. So I feel like it's a pretty good price based on how much I like it. I would buy it again. It's $59 for 150 milliliters, and all you need is like a pea-sized amount. So it's really going to last you a long time. So if you have the budget and your skin struggles are similar to mine, I have combination sort of sensitive skin, acne prone now, like in the chin and jaw region. I found this really helps. So check out the Tatcha Deep Cleansing Face Cleanser. Also check out the La Roche-Posay one. It is a little bit more drying. It's the Effaclar line because it's meant for oily skin. So it's a little drying for my skin, but it's not too drying. Like it still works great. I've shared my experiences with starting to do like hot saunas and ice plunging. You know, I was going to that for a bit. I don't know if I shared it on the podcast, but I definitely have been sharing it on Instagram. It was this place called Othership, but you know, it's like this whole ordeal. I definitely love it, but you know, I have to like, it's an hour of my time and I have to walk there and I have to book it and it's always super busy, but I loved the meditative aspect of it and I love the breath work aspect. So I was trying to figure out a way that I could do it at home. I still wanted to have some guidance. I didn't really think like I could do it by myself yet. Obviously, like I know like the breathing techniques, like for going into like the ice bath and everything, but like I'm very new to meditation, and that's how I discovered Open. Open is the only app that offers breathwork, meditation, and movement classes. They offer unlimited live and on-demand classes with teachers that make you feel like you're in person. So that was something that was really important to me, and I didn't want it to feel like super pre-recorded or impersonal. And Open makes breathwork and meditation a lot less intimidating and more approachable. I find that practicing meditation and breathwork more regularly has helped alleviate a lot of my anxiety and stress levels, and also helps to calm me out before bed, like calm down. It's a really good addition to your nighttime routine, like to do it in bed before you fall asleep, to have a clear mind and just to be like truly relaxed. Scrolling on TikTok can really get like your brain like really high functioning, and wired up. So opting to use an app like Open will allow you to practice breathwork and meditation in a way that's not intimidating. All my friends have been telling me to meditate for so long, and I just always found it so intimidating, didn't think I could do it. And Open honestly has made it so much easier. I really think you guys would like it because I feel like we're on the same wavelength. And so I have worked with Open to get all of you guys 30 days free, so you can try it out and see if you enjoy it as much as I do. There's a link in the show notes, but you can go to withopen.com/Ray. That's WITHOPEN.com/Ray, RAE. And I'll be sharing this on social as well. Again, you can go to withopen.com/Ray and use code RAY for 30 days free. You'll get unlimited live and on-demand breathwork, meditation, yoga, even Pilates, and so much more. Let me know what classes you guys start to try, and I'm excited to hear how you like it. Thank you so much, Open, for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray. Now, we are going to get onto the 23 things I've learned by 23. To be honest, when I was writing this list, I had to take a moment and actually think about it a little bit more, a little harder than I thought I was going to have to. 23 things is a lot of things, but I think these are all going to be super helpful and maybe eye-opening for you guys, whether you are 23, maybe you're younger, maybe you're older than me. I think this will be super helpful for anyone, but let's get into it because 23 things is a lot of things, and I still can't believe I'm 23. How? I feel like I'm still 19. Does anyone else feel like they're permanently 18 or 19? Maybe 16. Actually, no, 18 or 19. I feel like I'm just permanently that age, and the number just keeps changing year to year. But yeah. Okay. 1, no one cares about, wow, I can't even say the first thing. Go, Alana. No one cares as much as you do. Do what makes you happy. I spent so much time in my childhood debating whether or not I should do something based on worrying about the assumptions and perceptions and the opinions and judgments of others. And once I finally realized that I really should not give a fuck about what other people think of what I'm choosing to do, I became so much happier, not only because at 1, I was doing the things that I wanted to do, but 2, I was not sitting there debating back and forth, writing pros and cons lists, worrying about what other people would think of the decision I made. So number 1, no one cares as much as you do. Do what makes you happy, not them, you. Number 2, not everything needs to be perfectly planned. I really learned this in the summer after my second year of university. If you guys know, I transferred to Ryerson. I was not initially planning on transferring to Ryerson. Ryerson was actually my backup school when I was applying to universities in grade 12. I never saw myself going there. I was so set on going to Laurier and doing the business program there and finishing my 4 years and graduating. And I had this perfect plan planned out for me, and that all changed. And I think in that moment I learned, and especially now reflecting back and seeing how much happier I was when my plan did change. Not everything needs to be perfectly planned, and it's okay to be spontaneous, and it's okay for things to change, and just to learn how to go with the flow. Number 3, say yes more. If you've been listening to the pod, you know that this was an intention that I was always setting. It was always a goal that I wanted to set for myself whenever I was doing my monthly intentions, just to say yes more and to be more open-minded and receive more things, or open myself up to experience more things or try more things. And honestly, since learning how to say yes more and not being so scared and holding myself back all the time, I've been able to meet so many incredible people. I've been able to grow as a person. I've been able to experience so many things that have helped me grow as a person and have also given me all these incredible memories. And I can definitely say I'm a lot more spontaneous now than I used to be. And this goes back to not everything needs to be perfectly planned. So say yes more, plan a little less. I'm not saying not to plan at all. I think planning is great. I still plan, but say yes more and be more open-minded. Try that food you're scared of trying. Try that activity you're scared of doing and just say yes more because you'll never know what will happen. I'll give a story of last year. My friend Audrey and I spontaneously decided to go to her now boyfriend's cottage. They were not dating at the time, and Audrey literally asked me, I think like the night before we decided to go for a weekend, or maybe it was like 2 days or something. And at first, I feel like I would have said no initially. Like I really did think it through and was like, but I don't want to go. Like I had like this plan for the weekend or something, or like, what if this happens? And you think all these what if thoughts. But because I said yes, I ended up having like one of the best weekends of the entire summer. Audrey ended up getting asked out by her boyfriend. And it was just like a great time and such great memories. And it's a weekend I'll never forget. And that just came from saying yes more. Number 4, life is short and precious. And it's so important to cherish every moment because it can really just change out of blink of an eye. I recently lost one of my friends from high school. And it really just like made me realize how precious life is and how short it can be and how much of a privilege it is to be alive and to experience every single day. You don't know if you're going to wake up when you go to bed. So just to be really, just be present and cherish every single moment and take it for what it is and just like live your life as you want to because you never know when you won't have it. Not to get all sappy. And then that leads me into number 5. It kind of relates back to it, but just be more present more. Like put your phone down more, put your phone away, like really be aware of your surroundings, like be observant, like take everything in and like just really enjoy the moment that you're in. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Be present in the now and you will absorb so much more and life will be so much more like full. Number 6. 6 is my lucky number. Not correlated to this, but I do think this is still a really important one. Number 6, setting healthy boundaries is so important. I feel that a lot of us are really hesitant to set boundaries because we're fearful of it coming across as rude or it being selfish, but it's okay to be selfish. Like it's a good thing to be selfish and it's important to set those boundaries for your own mental health. You need those boundaries. Like it is okay to set boundaries with a person. It's okay to set boundaries with your parents, your siblings, cousins, friends. In the workplace, it is so important to know what your boundaries are because mental health should be your number 1 priority. That is also number 7. I think the pandemic has really taught us that. And I feel like we're finally like moving forward a bit in terms of breaking the stigma of mental health. And unfortunately, I feel like the system, at least here in Canada, is still so broken in terms of mental health care. But just know it is so important to know how to set healthy boundaries and to stick behind them. And it is so important to prioritize your mental health. If you are not mentally well, you won't be able to show up in any other area of life to its fullest. You're not going to be able to live your life to its fullest. And you don't have to necessarily have like any like mental health condition in order to want to prioritize your mental health. Like taking care of your mental health should also be like preventative, like making sure you're getting enough sleep, journaling, and like really like working through those thoughts and feelings that you're having instead of just shoving them under the rug, because eventually like that rug will come off and like you will break down and it won't be fun. So really work through those feelings, seek therapy. I think everyone should be in therapy. I know it's not easily accessible or affordable by everyone, but just like at least try to have some sort of professional help, utilizing tools like Open, like practice meditation and breath work and doing an ice plunge and like doing all these self-care rituals is so important. I know it can be like really like foo-foo or made fun of or like kind of weird, but just like get over yourself. Like no one's going to judge you. And if they do, they clearly need to work on their mental health and just like really prioritize the things that you know that make you feel well, that help you cope and give you the tools that you need for when your mental health is a bit lower, because your mental health isn't always going to be good. It's the same thing how like your physical health ebbs and flows, your mental health will be too. Number 8, routines. There is a reason why I always share my morning routine. I really do think routines set you up for success. They lead you to a more productive and efficient life. They allow you to fill up your cup before you give to others. Routines are just like so important. And I really think they have enabled me and allowed me to be as successful as I am in my day-to-day life, in my friendships, in my career, in school and everything. It also, again, relates back to that mental health aspect. By having a routine of doing things to take care of yourself, it really helps set you up for success. And there's a reason why so many people post their routines, whether it be their morning routine, their night routine, their workout routine. There's something so beneficial in consistency. Consistency is key. That's another thing. But really find a routine that works for you. It may not be a routine that looks like mine. It can be totally different. It can look the same. It can look slightly the same. But find routines that work for you in every aspect of your life. And I promise you, it is a game changer. It really, truly is. Number 9, what is meant for you won't pass by you, and whatever you lose isn't meant for you. Like you won't lose the things that are meant for you. I know you can feel like the guy was the perfect one or the girl was the perfect one or that job was like the perfect job and you're like, you should have gotten it and now like life is over. Or maybe you're searching for condos and you didn't get the condo because someone else put in an offer and it got accepted before you, or maybe your offer didn't get approved, or same thing with a house, anything. Like whatever doesn't stick isn't meant for you, and something better is coming along on your path, whether it come by immediately after or if it takes time. And it's taken me a while to really be able to learn this and appreciate this saying, but I want you guys to know this a lot sooner than I did. And that's why I'm really doing this episode. So what is meant for you won't pass by you, and what's meant for you, you won't ever lose. Like it will stay. Capiche? Capiche. Okay. Number 10. We're like almost halfway there. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And yes, this is also like in Justin Bieber's song. I think it's called Lifetime. But I have had so many people come in and out of my life. I've had people.
Being super busy can make it really easy to fall into a dinner time recipe rut, or even with your lunches. Any meal, honestly, can get you into a rut, especially with a busy schedule this fall. You can keep mealtime exciting with over 40 recipes to choose from every single week, so there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. It's truly a no-brainer. It does all the shopping and meal planning for you. Ingredients arrive at your doorstep, pre-proportioned and ready to cook, along with pictured step-by-step recipe cards. It's never been easier. I personally love HelloFresh as a way to get exposure to new recipes, make my life a bit easier as a busy 20-year-old in the city. And I love that it's worry-free, it's super easy, it's convenient, and gets delivered straight to my door. Go to HelloFresh.com/50Ray and use code 50Ray for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50RAE and use code 50Ray, 50RAE for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode of Morning Ray.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Be in my life and be significant parts and then disappear and then come back and our relationships are better. I've had people that were in my life for a season, a moment. I've had people that have been in my life for as long as I can remember. And I truly think that each and every relationship and person that has touched my life has made an impact on it in a way that's helped shape me to who I am and has taught me a lot about myself and a lot about my relationships and the way I conduct them. And I know sometimes it can be really hard to be able to see the reason why when it's so fresh. But when you get past it and you've like kind of healed and you've moved on, you can really reflect back and see, oh, I know why XYZ person was in my life. And I was able to learn this about myself and what I do want and what I don't want. And this is like more so specifically for friendships and relationships, like romantic relationships. There's been quite a few guys in my life that I've had these little flings with and like they've kind of like fizzled out or they ended it with me. And in the moment I've been so heartbroken and I've like wondered why. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Like, why didn't this work out? And I think it's like, it was the perfect thing ever. But when I look back on those relationships now, I've learned so much. For example, like a relationship I had during the pandemic, it was 3 months, but I learned so much about communication. I learned so much about myself and what I want in a relationship and what I value and what I won't stand by. And same thing with friendships. Like I've learned like what I want in a friendship and like the type of person I want to be friends with and the type of people I want to be in my inner circle and surrounding me. So people really do come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And just like you may not notice it in the moment if you're losing someone or someone's leaving your life or you feel like you need to cut someone out. But I promise you will eventually. Number 11, the worst that can happen is they say no or they don't answer. And this goes for pitching yourself. It's for asking someone for a favor, anything. Like the worst that can truly happen is they say no or they don't answer. And I really learned this in pitching myself for brand deals. And it's so true. And if they don't answer, they don't answer. Like no biggie, like whatever. Number 12, nothing is good in excess, whether it be too much exercise, too much restriction, too much anything. Nothing is good in excess. That's why I preach like that you need to find balance. Like it is not good if you're just working out all the time and eating quote unquote healthy all the time and you're not socializing and going out for meals and like having fun, with your friends. Like you need to find that balance. Like I really think like in being like quote unquote that girl, it's important to find that balance between like your healthcare practices and also like letting loose and going out with friends and like having a late night and letting yourself sleep in, like nothing is good in excess. And I feel like I learned this in a way that I really hope no one else does. And that was like through being like restrictive with my eating at one point, just a trigger warning. And like really like cutting myself off from like being social because I was worried about gaining weight and everything. So like nothing is good in excess. The same way like drinking too much and like going out and partying to like 5 a.m. like every day of every weekend or like multiple times through the week is like not good. Like it's really important to find that balance, and that balance is going to look different for everyone. So just know nothing is good in excess. Number 13, the scale or the size of your clothes, specifically your jeans, because I feel like jeans is such like a soft spot, does not determine your value or beauty. Your clothes should fit you. You should not fit your clothes, if that makes sense. Like your clothes should be meant to like fit you and whatever size or shape you are in that moment. And like, it doesn't matter if it's a 6 or a 12 or an 18 or a 24, or maybe it's a 00 or a 2, whatever the size is, it does not matter. It is just a number, and the clothes that fit you will look the best on you. They're going to be the most flattering, the most comfortable, and you're going to feel the most confident. So drop whatever ideal number you think you should be on that scale. In fact, throw the scale away and ignore the size on your clothes. Like pick the one that fits and feels the most comfortable and looks the best, because you will feel so much more confident. Trust me. As soon as I let go of this, I became so much happier and confident and secure. And I just like felt so much better about myself. Number 14, the beauty standard sucks. It sucks. And you want to feel like you have to condone to it and follow it and stick by it. But it really sucks, and you really don't have to stick by it. And I know it can be challenging and you're going to ebb and flow with it, but it really does suck, and you're not the only one thinking it. Number 15, skirts and dresses are actually awesome. I don't know why we as girls, particularly, and in my own experiences, hate skirts and dresses growing up. Like you think it's uncool. Like, I don't know. They're actually awesome. I love a skirt. It's great for a hot day. As Emma Chamberlain says, those like midi long skirts are her go-to. I definitely agree with that. I love my tennis skirts too. And dresses are so easy. Like you don't even have to think about it. Like you just put your dress on, grab your bag, grab your shoes, and you're good to go. Number 16. Embrace your natural beauty and learn to love yourself for who you are. All I remember is in high school and early university, I would just like wear so much makeup. I would always straighten my hair. Not that I don't now, but I would never leave it curly. Like I started straightening my hair from the age of grade 4. Like almost all the time. I remember just sneaking into my mom's bathroom and using her flat iron and straightening my hair. I have really curly hair. You guys know Curly Lan. And just like I've learned to just really embrace your natural beauty, and you are like your worst critic. So just like know that like you really don't look as bad as you think you do. You're just like not used to it. And I'm not saying like makeup is bad or anything like that, but just like learn to embrace like who you are as a person. Like stop trying to change yourself. Like you don't need all these filters on Instagram. You don't need like the beauty filter on TikTok. Like just really embody who you are, because your natural beauty is the most beautiful version of yourself. 17, you are more agile than you think. And I think the pandemic really taught us how to be flexible and agile and learn how to move quick on our feet and like switch and pivot. And I think a lot of the times we kind of get like stuck in the sand or stuck in the trenches because we worry about like the what if or how we're going to approach this new way of like doing whatever. But you are so much more capable than you think you are, and you're going to adjust so much faster than you think you will. So just know you are more agile than you think you are. Number 18, buy your coffee out if you want to. Fuck the haters. If buying a $6, $8 latte out every single day makes you happy, do it. Because nothing else is going to bring you that happiness. Just do it. Just do it. Even if you're like me and you have like a $1,200 espresso machine at home, I still use it, but I still want to buy my coffee out. Number 19, think of your future self. Think of your future self, whether it be making your bed in the morning so when you come home, your bed is all nicely made and it's fresh and it feels good. Put your laundry away right away. Prepare your meals for the week. Grocery shop ahead. Like, think of your future self, always. And I learned that from Amanda Smith. Number 20, launch fast. Wow, that was not English. That was not a word. Number 20, launch fast and adjust later. And also stop waiting and start doing. Launch fast and adjust later is from Michael Bosstick and Lauren Bosstick. Everett Bosstick from The Skinny Confidential, him and her podcast. But it is something I live by, and it is literally how I've done everything. And it's how I built my social media presence and have decided to run with it. And it's basically how I've done everything in my life. Everyone's always like, how did you know how to do it? I'm like, honestly, I didn't. I just started. Same with podcasting. I literally decided on a Tuesday, had a teaser out on a Thursday, Thursday, 2 days later, and my first episode out on Monday. In less than a week, I started a podcast. So just launch fast, adjust later. Like, stop sitting there waiting for the perfect time, or waiting for when you know how to do everything, or when it's all going to be perfect. Like, it's never going to be a great time. Just start and you'll figure it out as you go, and it will all work itself out. 21, reframe and find the silver lining. This is something I've learned in CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. really focus on reframing and changing your perception. Find that silver lining in even like the deepest and darkest times. Like there is always a silver lining, and sometimes it's easy to find, sometimes it's hard to find, but there will always be one. And I promise you, that is how like the people that you see that are always so positive and bright and cheery-eyed and like those people who like truly manifest things into like reality, it's because they're able to reframe and find the silver lining and find the positive side, the bright side in everything. And I'm not saying to ignore the negativity or to not be realistic. There is a difference, but really encourage yourself to be an optimist and a realist. Like, find the balance between being a realist and an optimist. Really let go of the pessimistic side of you. Number 22, you are in control of your thoughts, feelings, and your mind as a whole. And that goes back to the reframing. Like you are truly in control of your thoughts, and you have every power within you to be able to change it. That's why I love journaling. I love doing therapy. I love reframing. Like you are truly in control of your thoughts, your feeling, and your mind. And you just have to train yourself the same way you train yourself to go through school and everything. Like, I don't know, like you learn math, same thing. You are in control of your thoughts and feelings. And lastly, but most not least importantly, number 23, baby. Getting older is truly amazing. And I know people are so scared of getting old, but I really think the years just keep getting better and better. And I really have been loving getting older and been loving my 20s as much as it's definitely like a whirlwind of emotions. There's a lot of growth happening, a lot of change happening. I wouldn't change anything of what I'm experiencing for anything else. So getting older is truly amazing. These are 23 things that I've learned by 23. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Morning Ray. I had such a fun time recording it for you guys. I felt like I was on FaceTime with a little sister. But if you did like this episode, make sure to leave a rating on Spotify. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, I love if you could leave a rating and review, as that is how you can help support the pod and keep us in the charts. And it just means the world to me to be able to read all your reviews. I love reading them so much. And I've been seeing all your tags from last week's episode of Morning Ray on Instagram, on your stories, and it just makes me so happy. So if you're listening right now, which I'm going to assume someone's listening, I love when you guys screenshot that you're listening and share it on your stories. So I would love if you did that. Obviously, no pressure, but it truly does make my day. I love seeing when you guys are listening. I'm being really redundant right now, but I'm going to log off because clearly my mind has lost it. And I love you guys so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye, guys.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
A toast to our new college grad who fills us with so much joy, almost as much as when we're in our RV. Oh, the world is your oyster, kiddo, and ours too. Now that we're covered with Progressive, Dad and I can hop in our RV anytime we want. Might even splurge on a retractable awning. Ooh, look out. Sorry, what was I talking about?
Protect your loved one with an RV policy from Progressive. Take as little as 4 minutes to see what you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.